with the Investing News Network, and here today with me is Mercenary Geologist Mickey Fulp. Thank you for joining me again today.
Thanks. It's always my pleasure. Thanks for the opportunity once again, Charlotte.
Of course, great to have you. So today we're here on the second day of PDAC. To me, it's feeling quite optimistic. What are your thoughts, and do you feel like that optimism is justified?
Well, you're probably asking the wrong guy, because I'm an economic geologist, and we have to kind of have eternal optimism in this business.
Sure.
Because the chance of failure is so high. But that said, it's certainly better than last year, which is better than the year before, and that's understandable. We are obviously in a better market for commodities than we were over the last couple of years, and I think we'll see that in the attendance this year. I don't know how many, but 24, 25,000, so it's better, no doubt.
Okay, good to hear. Are there any themes that have stood out to you so far as you've been going around talking to people?
I think one of the themes would be that the commodities have front-run the stocks, especially in gold space. So we still have a very good gold price, over $1,300. It almost got to $1,360, which is where resistance is, but the gold stocks have lagged. The producers, the developers, the exploration companies have all lagged. So sometimes the prices front-run the stocks, and other times the stocks front-run the prices. So the fact we have strong commodity prices, I think, is positive, because the equities will catch up at some point.
Okay. Yesterday you gave a talk titled "What Trumps Dollars and Gold?" Can you briefly go through the points that you made yesterday?
Well, yeah, what trumps dollars and gold? Nothing does, because the world's currency is the U.S. dollar, and gold is the only real money. But the real gist of the talk was the new economic paradigm that was established in the U.S. when Trump was elected president. You can go back before the election, 20, 100, 200 days, there was no negative correlation of gold and the U.S. dollar. Since the election, that's been, for the most part, the rule. So what does that mean? Well, it means that basically the dollar goes up, gold goes down. Now we've had a weaker dollar for quite some time now. It reached 103, the DXY, before the inauguration, and now it's down in the 90 plus or minus 90 range. So a significant drop in the U.S. dollar, and what we've seen is a significant rise in the gold price. So with Trump expounding on a weaker U.S. dollar to solve a U.S. balance of trade deficit, I think that bodes well for gold going forward.
Okay, thanks for explaining. Our investors are often told that the resource industry is cyclical. Can you share your thoughts on where you think we're at right now in the cycle?
Yeah, the bottom of second in a 9-inning baseball game. So
Okay.
We've got a long ways to go. So, these bull markets for commodities start gradually over the last couple of years. Well, the bottom was in January of 2016, prices bottom. They've gone up, but they generally go up 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or in stepwise fashion. We really like seeing that, because that's a healthy market. We're a long way to go in this bull market. Bull market cycles, bear market cycles, on each end of it will last something on the order of 4 to 6 years. So might be not much more than a year and a half into it right now.
Okay. We spoke last at BRAC in January, and you highlighted a few companies you're interested in. If I am remembering correctly, I think they were mostly focused on gold. Are there any companies focused on different commodities that you're interested in right now?
Yeah, so I cover one copper company, Trilogy Metals, listed on the New York Market Exchange. It's been trading somewhere in the range of $1.40 to $1.55 over the last couple of months. They just put out a pre-feasibility study on one of their deposits, Arctic, robustly economic. You'll be hard put to see an economic study that looks better than this one does, with a net present value 150% of the capex. You don't see that very much in the business. So I'm very enthusiastic about that particular company. They have a partner, South 32 Limited, spun out of BHP a few years ago. It's putting another $10 million in exploration on the Bornite deposit, not the one the Arctic deposit was the one they published the pre-fees on Bornite, and that company can form a joint venture in about another year and a half by committing $150 million to the project, earning 50%.
Okay, last question. Commodities aside from gold that you're interested or even excited in about this year?
Copper.
Okay.
Obviously copper. Always looking for good copper projects, good copper companies. Hard to find. Much easier for me to find intriguing gold stories. Although I just came from lunch and looking at a new copper company that looks quite interesting. I'm focused specifically, for the most part, in the Americas, looking for things. And a lot of that has to do with Trump and the U.S. So easy to permit, limited bureaucracy, can-do administration right now. And so, own a zinc play, looking at other zinc plays, but really I'd say my focus is on gold and copper at this stage.
Okay, that's everything from me today. Thank you again so much for coming. Once again, I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is Mercenary Geologist Mickey Fulp.